If you're on the left, you are addicted to victimhood. And can you guys describe what happened with Jussie Smollett? Do you remember what happened?
I remember. So Juicy Smollett.
Juicy
Smollett was an actor.
He was just trying to go to Subway to get some food.
At 2:30 in the morning, there was some MAGA guys were saying the N-word to him, and they had a noose.
They poured bleach on his skin.
They poured bleach on his skin.
And they said, welcome to MAGA country.
Welcome to MAGA country. And obviously, he had two brothers.
So I'm a skeptic, and the media's first take on that was, this definitely happened. How could this happen in this country? They made him like a cover story, like this is what's going on.
America's bad.
Had there been two white males walking out that night in Chicago,
downtown,
they would have been murdered immediately because of this thing he started. Okay, now we move on to Hasan Minhaj. This addiction to being a victim is very powerful on the left. If you say the kind of jokes that I say on stage, there's no Netflix special at the end of the tunnel. There's no, here, you can go on the Daily Show.
Yeah.
But if you say, I'm a Muslim guy from India, and I grew up, and I want to tell you what he said in his comedy special.
Please.
His comedy special is more of a one-man show, not really punchlines and jokes.
Yeah, not a real comedian.
And he's not bringing the country together with his jokes. He's kind of dividing. It's more activism through fake comedy.
Gotcha.
So he goes on stage and he said, one of the things he said was, you know, I did the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and there was a seat for Jamal Khashoggi because he was murdered. And then Donald Trump's son-in-law came and sat there and just started eating shrimp cocktail, and everyone's like, no, what are you doing? That seat's not for you. Totally fake story.
Oh my God.
So that's just to divide, you know, but it made everyone laugh. Haha, Trump is an idiot. Just one more thing. Then we go on. He said a cop infiltrated his mosque when he was a kid. He was like a junior in high school.
Yeah.
And the cop went to the mosque and pulled him and his dad finally out of their home while they're eating dinner, put their head on the hood of the police car and said, search this house. Wow. These must be the terrorists. He's like, that's what's happening in America. And
this is all
in different comedy specials.
Gotcha. Okay,
And he's like, is this what's fair in America? Maybe if you vote for Trump.
Applause.
Like that's a
God,
joke.
I hate that.
Right?
So
Let's move on. And I want you guys to vote on which is worse of all these. The next one was, he said that he asked a girl to go to prom. And the girl's like, to be honest, okay, I guess. And when he showed up, the mom came to the door and said, oh, Hasan, she's not going with you. You're a brown child. And there's no way we're going to have brown people in the photo with our daughter at prom.
Shut up.
And this girl, he shows her face. He does a PowerPoint comedy.
Oh,
he's like,
God.
and there she is, wouldn't go to prom with me.
What a hack.
And whatever her name is.
Just some random picture?
No, it's her.
It's her, the actual
girl that he went to high school with.
Oh.
She got death threats. She got doxxed. She got angry Muslims coming after her.
Can he sue her for
She sue him? No, it's nothing he can do because it's
what
creative.
What the hell?
But these aren't
what
jokes.
A scumbag.
And the final one was, this is the one I think is the worst. You guys can vote. He said he had a newborn baby, but he got the Daily Show because he's a Muslim from India. A bunch of white supremacists mailed him anthrax as a death scare. It was a fake anthrax. It dumped on the baby's head while he's holding it, opening his mail. He had to rush his newborn baby to the hospital, and the baby turned out it was not real anthrax.
Baby powder or something.
It was just baby powder. So he went home, but his wife told him, your job should not kill our baby. So whatever you're saying out there, maybe you need to stop having freedom of speech. And his big punchline is, but I don't care. I'm going to keep speaking freely.
Oh, my God.
Yay, so funny.
Oh, my.
Fake. He was just opening mail and he goes, hey babe, what if this was powder? She goes, you should do a story about that in your one-man play. And his final excuse was, all of these things speak to my emotional truth of what could happen in America.
So
we don't call him Jussie Smollett, we call him Muzzy Smollett, the Muslim Jussie.
Dude, by the way, this is all factual. This is all said that I had
the New Yorker had to release it. Now, why do you think this is coming out? Because the left doesn't usually eat their own.
Yeah.
I found out why, in my opinion. The Daily Show is trying to make a comeback. They got rid of Trevor Noah.
Horrible comedian.
It's down to the top 3, and Hasan is one of them. So I feel like one of the other 2 told him, you're going down. Yeah, that's what happened.
How long did he get away with this for?
For about 7 years.
Wow, that's a crazy run.
Well, I looked up his age. He's 37 years old, so he's my age. And when a junior in high school would have been 2003. So while I can...
No. He would have been a junior in high school back in 1999.
37? I'm 37. I was a junior in high school. I graduated high school in 2004.
No, that doesn't add up.
Oh, okay.
So 2003, which after 9/11, I could very much see where a story like that could happen because there was this anti-Muslim sentiment in the United States. Now, I'm not saying that it did happen, but I could see where it could happen because they were investigating mosques. There was this, hey, we're under attack in this country. Look what they did in New York. We have to protect every American citizen. So look, we signed away our rights with the Patriot Act.
100%.
So they were going in and doing things like that. But then to turn around and blame that on Donald Trump, something that happened, Donald Trump was still running casinos in Atlantic City in 2000.
He was time traveling.
Yeah. So for you to be able to sit there and turn around and pinpoint that on Trump, it blows my mind. I could connect and see the dots where it could happen, but where you bring Trump in is such a leap.
Well, he read a news story about an FBI informant that got into a mosque and exposed a few of the brothers that were up to no good. Yeah. That story was down in San Diego. He lives in Davis, California, up north. And that guy, he shows the FBI agent on his slideshow and goes, and that's the guy who infiltrated my mosque and put my dad's head on the hood of the car. God. What a jerk. Screw you, brother Eric. Well, this guy is a real person. He's like, I never worked Davis, and I didn't start on the force for 4 years after that time. That
Bro,
he's saying
this
that.
is an exposure. Like, what a...
Yeah.
This
so
reminds me...
Whoopi Goldberg goes on TV and says, all comedians lie. What is the wrong?
No.
We all exaggerate. Why do people...
Says the black girl that's last name is Goldberg and she's not Jewish.
Yeah, her real name is Karen Johnson.
Yeah.
She picked the name Whoopi Goldberg because she farts a lot, she said.
And her mother...
because
You're full of shit right now.
No.
Wait, Karen Johnson.
By the way, hold on 1 second. She never married a guy named Goldberg.
No.
Why do you think her name is Goldberg?
She made Goldberg because she's racist. She knew by acquiring a Jewish last name, she could get more famous because more
1000%.
Jews would pick her to be
And
in
back then,
Hollywood.
nobody questioned that, bro. You don't question that. First of all,
Karen Elaine Johnson, known professionally as Whoopi Goldberg.
you never knew that?
Conspiracy
You
theorist?
just, I got red pilled.
Yeah, wake up, dude. And mind you,
insane.
and Kayvon, amazing. So I never was a fan of his comedy. I knew him in L.A., but that is some shady victimhood attitude, which I've seen happen before, like with Steve Ren and ZZ. He was like,
I was in 9/11.
9/11.
Yes.
I was there and I was running. And by the way,
Look at his career now.
yeah, but I mean, whatever.
But
why would you lie
No,
about
I want to defend comedians because Vinny and I and Brady, and of course Rob, we tell jokes on stage, but my jokes are never to be like, and here's how you know it's racist, what he did. If I swap the races and we have something like this where I go, there were Muslims that used to try to kill me every day when I left school because I'm a redneck. Oh, and I'll tell you another thing. There's a black guy every day who'd mail me weapons and things to warn me that he's going to kill me soon.
God.
How long would Whoopi go, he was just kidding, y'all. He's just speaking to his emotional truth.
No,
it'd be like, get him down, cancel him. He's racist
Yo, what's
and all
that
that.
noise in the back?
Yeah.
What is that, Peter? Peter's playing. Are you playing cards in there? But no, and there's also another, and I don't know, you would know this and you would know this, you probably will. And this is again going for the victim, I'm a victim. Who is the guy, it was a black dude from LA that was like, hey guys, I got cancer. Mm-hmm. He went on Ellen, Quincy Jones. I don't know if you guys know this, like Quincy Jones was like, dude, he went on Ellen, and bro, I was crying for the guy, and then everything
Ellen
was
got him an HBO special.
HBO special, Ellen, when you make Ellen, it's a wrap, right? And then all of a sudden he's like, guys, I'm cured. And he was cured, the cancer went away, and then what was his attitude, Kayvon?
Well, and I don't know if he took medicine.
Me neither.
But his whole thing was, people are mad I didn't die from cancer.
Yeah,
But the whole point of him getting the special was, I don't have much longer, and this is my last thing, and I want this
I actually
before.
remember that. Yeah.
And we've had all kinds of comedians pulling stuff. So I just think it's a huge, comedians do exaggerate, and we're supposed to do that.
Sure.
But if the exaggeration is this country is more racist than it really is, or white people or Donald Trump is an even bigger villain, we already have enough of that. Why not just tell jokes and exaggerate on a horrible date you went on, or a time you got too drunk?
Yeah.
That's the kind of exaggeration
I
we're
think
used
you're right.
to.
And it actually shows how, and I've never seen Hassan's material, but I am.
Hassan.
Hey, Hassan, but guess what?
Yeah.
You're good for you.
I'm canceled.
Good for you.
Okay, I
No,
thought
I'm
I
saying,
got canceled.
good, because it would have been torture.
But on the same level, have any of you guys seen Dave Chappelle's 5-minute bit about Juicy Smollett?
Yes,
It's,
brilliant.
for me, I think it's my top stand-up comedy bit of all time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's the same idea, right? Victimhood.
Mm-hmm.
In this instance, Hassan plays into it. I'm the victim.
Yes.
In the other instance, Dave Chappelle steps into that role, and he talks about the things that the attackers allegedly said to Jussie Smollett, and he goes, those are things that I would say. Instead of being the victim, he takes the role of villain and is so funny throughout it that at the end you're like, That's brilliantly done. And I think that's a difference between a guy like Hasan and a comedian like Dave Chappelle, one of the greatest to ever have done it.
Yeah, 100%. I think it was brilliant. It's like, and you nailed it. But do observational comedy. Talk about yourself. Talk about being Indian. Talk but that victim. And by the way, he's not. That money's. He's rich. He's famous. He's good.
Yeah,
and again, with the news story came on, this is gonna be. Nobody gives a damn. People are going to hear it because you're exposing it. But
here's why it's so important to me. I type videos on this to see who's talking about it, and the only ones are defending him. And we have a show called The Right Show right here on Valuetainment. And if he gets picked for The Daily Show, it's going to be The Daily Show versus The Right Show, and you're going to pick who you want as your news source.